Back on Dragonheir, everyone. We're going to do some more testing on the test server today. We got a couple more bosses that we didn't really go over. We only went over the 4 bosses. We left the other 2 because we were running out of time. We had to do something that day. But today we're going to jump all into it and fight those 2 other bosses we did not do. And we can always try out anything else you want to try out on the test server. If you have any kind of teams you want to try out, if you want to continue our Vortex tier list, we'll do that as well. And if you're not playing Dragonheir Silent Guides, download it with the link down below, or come over to Steam and download it there, or on your mobile device and come and join us. Join my Discord. My Discord's down there, and we are on there day and night. So many people, so many different tabs with all the bosses, all the seasons. We'll be able to help you out with any situation that you have. Always a good time. Swifter, what's up, my man? How you doing today? How'd you make the stream? Aren't you supposed to? Isn't it late? Isn't it super late over there, or is that not right? Didn't you say it was going to be like 1 or 2 a.m.? I think I'm dropping this in my lap. I think I'm dropping water in my lap, yeah. I don't even know how to drink, man. Burn. Let it all burn. 3 a.m. Damn, man. Did you get on the test server and try all this stuff out? I haven't tried. I think the shield boss, we left at the shield boss. We did 4 of the bosses, and then we got to the shield boss, we got to the dragon, and we looked at them. We just threw in a team that we already had made just to see what the mechanics were, and then I signed off, you know? I had to take off. But I think I have a team saved for this. When we first started doing this, I'm pretty sure I got something saved here. Is it rally? Okay, rally team. You know what I don't like? Now, this is a reason. You've done the ice team, necro team, fire team. I did the 4 teams I put up on YouTube, which are kind of normal bosses, but these are different bosses, right? This one's more like Ancient Battlefield. The other one's more like Tempest Domain. And I think the Tempest Domain is the hard one from what people are saying. So we'll go over there and check that one out. That takes damage versus Frost. No, versus Poison. Right, so we'll bring Sigrid, we'll bring Eli, Sigrid, whoever else we need to bring in with them. We'll try it out with that. It's annoying with the stacks. Yo, HDK, good morning. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. This one, though, is pretty much the same, right? We've got high resistance over here on Meredith. We've got a rally team. Here's why you need to go rebalance your game, especially in regards to something like rally. Not only did they nerf, remember they nerfed Higio. That he doesn't always apply rally on both skills to somebody. He doesn't have a chance to on both skills, but read this. There is a 75% chance to give rally to a random ally whenever he does his ultimate. It's a random ally. That means it can go to anybody. The newer heroes have it stated like this. Whenever you see this color, this yellow color, that means it's a rally specific or a rally specific ally. And it can only go to a rally specific ally. It can't just go to anybody. This is why balancing is always so important with games like this. You gotta go back and balance. You have to. Rally epics and rares traditionally mostly suck, right? They do. They just mostly suck. There are some really good ones like here, but even still with him, when gaining rally, you get a 15% attack up. Yes, yes. It's just hit or miss, man. This guy used to be really good for giving other people rally. Now he's not, because he only does it on his ultimate instead of both of these skills. And then since he can give it to anybody, it's really stupid. It could go to my healer, and it could go to my tank. It's just dumb, man, dumb. I don't think I was getting 22 million with this. Let's see. Who do we have Witches Remains on this one? 12 seconds, 12.5, and 13. All right, that'll work. Okay, we've got it at 12 seconds, so we can get 3 hits with Witches Remain to try to get that up on the boss. Every 6 attacks, we'll get rally to another rally person. Then we've got Higio coming in with his ultimate, maybe at that, his ultimate at 12.5. That ultimate has a chance to give somebody rally, so if Welby doesn't have rally, maybe he'll put it on Welby, so we'll do Welby right after him. 2020, well, actually, we don't want Welby at 20. We want him at default, because he's just going to start popping off, maybe. Maybe we'll keep Welby at default so he can just keep casting. Let's see how much damage we can get. I don't think it's going to be a lot. I don't think it's going to be 22 million. I'm going to have to bring in some other team to get 22 million, I'm pretty sure. Rally teams, but they died almost at 11 million. At 11 million, they were short. I'm hoping I can get at least 11 million. Now the boss is getting 2 stacks, 2 separate stacks, but it doesn't really matter too much because the main stack is 200% damage. This other stack is only 1% damage. And we can't help that because Garius always gives himself a hit recovery for 10 seconds on a 10-second cooldown. So there's always going to be something to remove. And this boss can remove rally. So whenever you have rally up, if we have aura up, it's okay, no problem. You can't remove aura, you can't remove eye splash, you can't remove, you know, other updated heroes, but they can remove rally, right? This guy takes 100% additional damage from Radiant. And what do you know? Radiant has buffs and they can't even help it. So they get removed and this boss gets 13% additional damage, and on top of that, he's taken away our rally for us to be able to do our normal damage is basically what it is, right? Rally, once you have rally and you do your move, it doesn't mean you're some unstoppable monster. There are legendaries that are unstoppable monsters, yes. But for these guys, it just makes them pretty much like normal to have rally on. I guess, you know, Welby can kind of, you know, 50% increase in that ultimate gauge. Welby can be a true powerhouse. Higio does amazing damage AoE because he can jump in on that AoE and stay in the middle. Still, if they're going to get their rally taken, not utilize it, and then this boss is going to get stronger every time, like what the hell, man? He's at 200% plus 23%. It's wild, man. OB Gamer, what's up, buddy? Yeah, this is the Ancient Battlefield boss, is our Chief Challenge boss. He's a little bit, like a teeny bit different, but kind of the same. You know, he hits that, he tries to hit the person in the furthest back, and if you have high resistance, you can resist it, and then he'll take additional damage with backlash. Same thing there. He'll remove the buffs. Same thing on that. He's almost identical, to be honest. And then he starts smashing the ground, right? Same stuff. So I got 11 million pretty easy, but my Psyche Core, my Elemental Advantage is out. Not to the very last one, though. So that's good. It's not all the way out, my Elemental Advantage. And I am wearing Mythic Gear. So if we take away that Mythic Gear, are we still going to make 11? When it's this close? If we have the staff on Garius, right? If we have the Gatekeeper staff on Garius and we're getting huge heals, and we put somebody else in the back with high resistance, bring in Ardrith. Even if we just had the Gatekeeper staff, we would make it to 11, no problem. But 22, I think is going to take better heroes than this. Which is sad because this is 2 epics, like 2 of the best rally epics we can get. One of the best rare epics, one of the best rare rally guys we can get. I mean, you know, like we're using the best of the best. You know, Garius is a legendary pretty much. So when you're using this kind of high caliber heroes, you're using mythic gear. We're not using cheesy legendary artifacts like the Gatekeeper staff. That's true. But still. And you know, the biggest part, like I just explained, the biggest thing about this is we're losing so much damage because he's taking rally off. On top of that, he's at 43% total additional damage, which does not help us. It's small compared to 11 stacks at 200%. It really is, but still, it doesn't help. And I don't like this because none of the other bosses are like this. You don't take a boss and have him, like when all the other bosses don't stop you from using a damage type like rally. You don't throw a boss in here and say, okay, Radiant needs to fight it. And the only Radiants that most people will have are going to be rally heroes. This is kind of dumb. You'll have fun? All right, Swifter, you too, buddy. 3 a.m. Take care. OP Gamer Blood Sample, good to see you. HDK in the house. What's everybody up to? Have you guys been... Well, I guess you haven't been on the test server. But have you guys been watching other people on the test server? Yeah. This and the Dragon you leave until the last week, right? To the very last week. And at the last week, you're going to have Mythic Gear. You're going to have your Elemental Advantage out there. So it's not a big deal. You leave this one and the Dragon to the last week. You go and fight the other easy ones. There's two 2, especially the Frost one, is extremely easy. Everybody's going to get 22 million no matter your team on the Frost one. So the first week you fight those 3. Second week you fight the 4. And then the third week you do have to fight 5. So I would save the dragon till the last week. And then on the third week, fight this guy. Third week, you're going to have mythic gear. You're going to have legendary gear. Your elemental advantage is going to be much further out. That doesn't mean you're going to have Gatekeeper staff like a legendary artifact, though. And if I make one simple change here to Gatekeeper staff, watch this. Probably we last until 22 million. He's got a rare artifact on right now. We've got defense, of course. Defense with defense percentage. He doesn't have a lot of skill case. 23 is good. And then we slap this bad boy on. If I can find it. What skill haste? Let's see how it changes. If we put Ardrith in, we'll get the additional defense. We'll get the additional resistance, which will help whoever we're trying to resist in the back. And our heals will be insanely bigger. We could do Ardrith. We could actually do Ardrith with Witch's Remains too and have her apply the decreased defense. And then put everybody like 10 seconds after she does her ultimate so she has time to apply it. I've been having really good success with my current Vortex team. Like, I've got a really fun Vortex team on my main account that I've been using. Versus this mofo, like Filto, of course. Lorenthal, legendary rally are always good just because they're just powerful, right? They're insanely powerful. Single target, AoE damage. If you have Filto, only thing with Filto is that he won't apply rally himself. He won't apply it himself, right? You got to have, because there's not 2 targets here for him to hit it on his battle skill. You got to have a way to kind of get him rally more often so he'll be consistent, which we've got Lorenthal for that. Give everybody rally. Give them all a turn meter increase when they use rally. Give them additional damage. I mean, Lorenthal and rally, if you want to throw Alton in there, if you have him, or if you want to keep it Filto along with Hubbard or something like that, yeah, you're going to be fine. You're going to get your 22 million. If you can survive, you will. And if you have Gatekeeper staff, look at this. Look at this shield. Look at the shield, and we don't even have Ardrith in here. So yeah, we're gonna make. I feel like we're gonna make 22 million this time. And it's just one simple Gatekeeper staff. Insane overhealing our boy Garius does. You can only attack them once here. That's right. You can only attack each of these bosses one time each week. So each week you're going to attack 3 different ones. Then the next week you can attack 3. You know, they reset. And what's wrong with my throat this morning? They reset. You can attack those same 3 again, the same elements. And then the week after that, they reset. You can attack, 4 and then 5. But only one time. So you can't make 2. You can't make a Frost team and then an Ice Blast team. Although, since saying that, what if we make a Frost team? Even though we're not getting 100% additional damage, what if we make a Frost team for the one that takes additional damage from Frost, and then we take our Ice Blast team and bring it into something like this? Even though Ice Blast is not getting 100% additional damage, what if it still gets 22 million? Because it does so much. The defense up buff will be taken off and he'll get additional damage, but not the increased defense, not her passive increase of defense and resistance. That'll still apply. That'll always stay up. But it's okay. Like this guy taking buffs from you and getting an increased damage is not a big thing. Because look, he's got 9 times 200% damage on right now. So 38% additional damage is not a big deal. Right? It adds up. No doubt it adds up. But him taking buffs from you in this fashion, it's not crazy. He could take up to 100 buffs from you, and that'd only be 100% additional damage while he's up here doing 2,000. Once he gets... Right now, he's doing 2,000% additional damage. So 100% additional is not a big thing. Yeah, right? Right? That's what I'm saying. So we don't even bring these crappy rally in here that are getting their rally removed, so they can't even do their normal potential. Just bring in Ice Blast. Ice Blast can't be stolen. He won't even get these additional stacks, although a lot of Ice Blasts do give themselves buffs. So that 20% additional crit rate buff that Girthin's always doing, she won't always take advantage of that, but she applies it to herself over and over and over. There's an increased attack buff that Bledden's going to give himself plus Girthin because she has the highest attack. That could be removed. There's a lot of things that could be removed, but like we saw here, big deal. Let's let him remove it. Let's see what happens. We'll just sub in that team and see what happens. Yeah, let's try it. It'll be hilarious if it does more damage. Like easy team, right? That'll be funny. You can't time it with rally. It's every 6 basic attacks is when this guy gives rally. It's random on his ultimate when this guy gives rally. They have a percentage based attack for themselves to get rally on their battle skills and such. You can't time rally. And then rally sits on you and can run out. Rally can run out before you even utilize it. Rally is just garbage. They need to rework rally to be just like Ice Blast. Doesn't go away till you use it, and preferably make it so you can't remove it, but that would be bad because there are see, the power difference is the problem. Rares and epics compared to the legendary rally are night and day. I mean, it's huge. Rares and epics are down here in the power scale, and then the legendaries are like way up in the atmosphere when it comes to the power difference. To see if I have a cough drop. Maybe I was yelling a lot yesterday or something. I don't know. Oh, I got one. I got one right here. Yay, let's go. Get in my tummy. Let's go. So 23 million, almost 24 million, and the only change we made was Gatekeeper staff. That's how strong Gatekeeper staff is. It's crazy. So we had 18 million before when we the same team. And then all we did is come over here and we replaced that rare artifact with Gatekeeper staff, and we made 23 million easy with this one. Okay, let's try it. Let's try that Ice Blast team and see what happens. Now he gets buffs on himself, right? So if we use this, the wearer has an additional 50% chance to dispel one buff from the target when inflicting debuffs. Fantastic. Is he on a... Let's see what kind of cycle he's on. What? He's on a 20-second. Flat, so that's easy. Okay, before he does his ultimate and before we do our ultimates, let's get him at 15 seconds. It pulses for... It lasts for 10 seconds. Let's get it at 13.5. Let's have her go free range, whatever she wants to do. Who's doing our Witch's Remains here? Oh, she is. That's right. Okay, 14 for him. He'll give increase. Let's do the first one with a little bit. Yeah, he'll do the increased attack to her. Doesn't matter about ultimates though. As long as they're into doing their battle skill over and over when Witch's Remains up, that's fine. Here we'll get decreased at this hit, 15 seconds, and then go over to the 20 seconds. $14.5, 20. Let her do what she's going to do at 16 seconds. These guys. 14 is 5. Oh, no, not 14. What am I doing? They need to be further off from Rava. Everybody needs to be further off from Rava. Okay, let her do what she's going to do. We'll have Bledden come in. Give Rava time to put up Witch's Remains. How many seconds is that? 18.5? That's plenty of time. It'll still be up too. 18.5, 20, 20, 20, 20. 20. Okay, this gives Rava time to also remove buffs from this boss with... Let's go with critical damage aura. Let's see what happens. More than 10 seconds? Oh, so it doesn't remove? I'm not worried about that removal, I guess. But you're right, we could do that so we could keep our damage up, right? Keep our damage up more. I was trying to get her in here with Witch's Remains to remove his buffs, is what I was trying to focus on. Because she'll strip all of his buffs. Well, we could always do it after the boss. Why don't we just do that? Right, we could still have her strip all of his buffs. There's his attack buff. Now she's going, she has a chance to strip it. She still has a chance to strip it. She still has a chance to strip it. There it goes. Okay, she removed it. And then we could have our guys come in, like Witch's Remains is still up right now. We could have our guys come in after that. That way we could get some more damage in there. Right. So we don't want that. We want to utilize our damage better, right? Get some more damage in there. So we could do, let's do her at 15. No, I liked her at 13.5. 13.5 was good because she had more time to strip his buff with the mythical gear piece she has on. And if she applies Witch's Remains immediately, we still got 10 seconds of Witch's Remains. So if we bring him up to 20.5, you think that'll be enough? I don't know if there's any delay on that guy's ability or not. Let's do 20.5, 20.5, and then she'll still just do whenever she wants to. So if she gets stripped, it's okay. She's going to keep reapplying her buffs over and over pretty often. Let me see. Let me see when this guy does his ultimate. Right on the mark. Or is he going to do it before Bledin does his ultimate? Okay, there's witches. We got our decreased defense up. Hits, and then our boys go. Okay, good. So now buffs are up on Girth and everybody else. Now, does he really steal at this one? Because the real Ancient Battlefield does not steal on that first one. This one. Not steal, but remove. Ancient Battlefield, like the Ancient Battlefield we fight, honestly does not remove buffs on this second ability. Only on the ultimate. Why is Bledin lagging so far behind? Oh, he's getting stunned. I forgot. We've got the furthest back person on this team needs to have resistance. We were just throwing this team in from another fight we were doing. Bledin is getting stunned. So that would mean if we put Rava back there, which would be kind of a hard play, give her enough resistance and accuracy. Staying alive is not a big deal. It's not like Ancient Battlefield 9 to where he really comes in and starts hitting hard. We don't have to worry about staying alive immediately, right? But the stun-proof chest? Oh, we're already using another chest. We're using this chest right here to remove a buff off the boss. I guess the stun-proof chest will slow our... It'll still slow our... Okay, I'd be interesting to see how that stun-proof chest actually works because I've never even... I didn't like the way it was worded. It's almost like being stunned, but you can still do your battle skill. You can still do your normal attacks, but your ultimate gauge is not going to recoup. But it is interesting to not be stunned on this boss. It is very interesting to use that here. Let's see what happens when we do that. I want to see that chest piece in action. Which one is it? When the wearer is immune to stun, but each second of the stun's duration reduces the wearer's ultimate energy by 6%. So he's going to have pretty good skill haste, though, to catch back up. What's this two-piece set? Crit. Let's go to skill haste. Our accuracy is fine. We could actually go... I think we could get enough resistance and accuracy on her. We wouldn't have to worry about it. But let's try this piece first and see what happens. Okay, let's leave her just as is and just see what it's like. See how slow she gets. I mean, 6% each second. He stuns for 3 seconds. Now, we're going to need to get some skill haste here. We have to. And I think we have skill haste. Is there a skill haste resistance? skill haste HP. There's accuracy resistance, skill haste accuracy. Okay, depending on which one we need, we've got a lot of gear to get skill haste or accuracy. If we need that. And honestly, we don't need these gloves. We don't need these gloves for additional damage. We could go here where you heal afterwards. I mean, that's always welcome. Just so she doesn't go crazy with the damage. Let's go with defense here as well. Accuracy, well, accuracy resistance. Let's see what we have. At flat attack and attack percentage. This heal's gonna be so small. What does she got down here? That's not right. Attack. Defense. There's no way that's defense. That's accuracy. And her accuracy is crazy high right now. So let's just put her in resistance to prepare for a resistance set. Resistance with accuracy substat? Yeah, okay. Nice. Damn, her accuracy is still crazy high.
It's more work to keep someone.
Attack, 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 and resistance. Crazy high accuracy, good resistance now. We're not going to need that chest piece, but let's see what happens with that chest piece. What did our skill haste? Did we bring the skill? I was talking about the skill haste the whole entire time, and I didn't even bring her skill haste up.
I'm happy to oblige.
I was supposed to put a 2-piece set on to bring her skill haste up is what I was actually supposed to do first before we worried about resistance. Skill haste 19. Skill haste 18. All right, 57 skill haste. Let's find out what's going to happen here. Same timing. This is pretty interesting for this boss, though. No, he's not out of Furbass range. What are you talking about? It goes 2 squares left and 2 squares back. 2 squares left, right, 2 squares back. She was a little late on that. She cast her ultimate much later than she would have, of course, because she's getting that ultimate knocked back. Yeah, she's slow, man. She's really slow now. I think this stuns for 3 seconds. So that's 18% of her ultimate gauge. Oh, no, 5 seconds. No, we can't do that gear. It's 5 seconds, man. What is that, like 30%? She'll be way off. Okay. I didn't think that gear would ever be good, you know? This just seems like it's not worth it. There's so many better gear. But if you did have an attacker, say you had an attacker like Shagul that jumps back in the back line, has a good, or even Karamon, has a good battle skill. You don't need to worry about their ultimate that much, and you want them to keep doing their basic attack on target to finish off that target. This could work. But you'd have to know that they're definitely going to be stunned. Otherwise, it's a waste. But in that instance, if you know they're going to be stunned and you want them to keep finishing off that target, then yeah. What would be good is if this worked versus stun, charmed, and other effects like that. If the wearer is immune to stun, charm, and all sorts of stuff like that, then when Elsa Bree, the mermaid, does that stupid ass ultimate to knock back your ultimate gauge and to charm you, this could resist that and you could keep fighting with people who do backline jumpers like that. But just simply stun, I don't know. I'm not digging it. And now we can't remove buffs, so it's not as cool. Which one was the remove buff ones? Now, there's too many chest piece gears. I kind of wish they did the special ones on a... Is it this one? Yeah, dispel 1 piece. I'm going to go with defense percentage and see what we have available. Accuracy resistance. No, we really just need resistance. I think we've got tons of accuracy. Yeah, we do. Okay, this is where we had resistance before. With accuracy. This was... Okay, we need more resistance than that. Sweet. We're looking at 214 resistance, well over the accuracy we need. You think 214 plus 50 from our elemental advantage is going to be enough? We can't use food here. Let's find out. Wasn't enough that time. Just put a flat resist chest on? Nah, you're right. We could do that. We could do that. I think we have defense though right now, right? Yeah, defense percentage and attack percentage. We could go flat resistance if we were lucky enough to get this in flat resistance. Give me one accuracy hit. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to change this to a defense piece. What are we shy on? We're not shy on accuracy or resistance, so it doesn't matter. Let's just equip this. Okay, we've got like 350 of each with our elemental advantage. Come on. There's no way we're going to get stunned now, right? What? This is the bullshit I don't like. Seriously, I don't like this. I don't like it when it says you need 300 or 270 accuracy. You come in with 300 and you get resisted at like opportune times. It's just, there's that small percentage. Just like in Summoner's War, you have a 3% chance no matter what to be resisted or get hit with something. Just like Raid Shadow Legends, you have this very small percentage chance. It's like 3 or 5% chance no matter what your resistance or accuracy to take something. And in a game like this game, it's dumb. I don't like how some games just copy other people just because they think it's cool and they can't come up with their own shit. Okay, she resisted that time. But it's a long fight. And one time that she gets stunned, it throws off the whole entire fight then. I would have to manual get her back in line and then start it back up again. I'd have to manual her and set her back up so she's ready to go. I guess it's not the end of days. We only have to do this once a week. Okay, I could manual. We only have to do it once a week. Fine. If she gets out of line, I'll put her back in line. Okay? It doesn't need to be in any game. Right. Blood sample, it doesn't. I know, it's stupid, man. I don't... All these developers just see it in other games and they're like, oh yeah, it seems like a good idea. Let's do that. All from Summoner's War, mind you. Summoner's Wars is the GOAT, man. They're the ones that created all this. All the games that came after it, like Epic 7, any kind of turn-based gacha game you can think of, stole everything from Summoner's War. Even when I talked to the developers of Raid back in the day, when I was really in with them and did video calls and got to see their offices and talk to people coming by and all this stuff. I used to talk to them quite a lot, man. It was awesome back in the day when I was doing Raid. And they had an intern running around playing Summoner's War and answering any questions they had. I mean, you can tell they've got bosses that are exactly from Summoner's War, and like the Necrosis boss is the shield boss, the Fire Knight that you fight in Summoner's War. The Ice Golem is the Golem that you fight in Summoner's War. What the random small percentage chance to be resisted, or it just brings irritation to the game, so that then you feel like you got to add more resistance or accuracy, or you just get mad. It's just another RNG element that developers like to do, so you don't just clear stuff after you've gotten strong enough to clear something, after you worked your ass off to get the right accuracy, the right resistance. It's not like you've always had it. It's not like you went in there and you were at what you need and all of a sudden you're getting this 3% chance to be resisted or apply a debuff all the time. You had to work for it. You had to get there and work for it. And now that you did that, you notice it and you're like, oh, why are you going to do me dirty like this? Yeah, I don't know why they do it. Oreos, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. How's everybody doing? Ray? Fathom Down is awesome with the chest. Oh, Fathom Down? Nice. Are you talking about with the chest that removes buffs? Which chest piece? Now remember, this team does not do damage against this boss. We are not getting 100% additional damage against this boss, guys. Keep that in mind. This is not the team that normally you would see people come in and fight this boss with. But since they're not rally, we don't have to worry about this boss removing rally from them and stifling our damage. This is Ice Blast. They always keep up their ice crystals. Plus, they do a lot of damage, an insane amount, more than we need over on that other boss where we could just use Frost. And we're going to get our 22 million. With far less stacks. I mean, look at these stacks. These are 18 stacks here, removing buffs from Girth and Bledden, which is only 18% additional damage. Still very small out of the 2,000 he's getting up here for total damage. But we don't know how this is calculated. Maybe this is 2,000 total damage plus 20% of 2,000 total damage. We don't know what kind of multipliers is going on here with this kind of additional weird damage that he's getting, right? And Ice Blast is destroying it. Now, we are using Fur Bath with them, which we might want to use Fur Bath over on the dragon. But this is sad, right? Without a doubt, sad. We brought in the strongest rally heroes there are that are non-legendary. That's Welby, Higio, and the archer that does a rally to people. That we can set up to do Witch's Remains with that archer, and that other team we had two healers, two support healers. We had Meredith along with Garius. Full-on healers to keep us alive. Here we've got one healer doing decreased attack as well for two abilities. That's second to the last, the third one, and then the fourth one, this one. And we're clearing over on all the bosses. Yeah, I mean, that's well, on all of them? I mean, probably. How would Ice Blast do against the dragon one people always complain about? People are saying that they couldn't get 22 million on the dragon one. So what if we just bring in Ice Blast to get 22 million on that one? Can we try Aura? We will try Aura, sure. We haven't tried that yet. Now, Aura does damage based off of enemy max HP, but these bosses don't have max HP, just like the Vortex boss. That's why anybody who's gotten Aura, like myself, we're not too happy with it, right? I think I could do 22 million here. Do you have any legendary rally heroes? If you do, you got it made. There's no reason for you to bring in Ice Blast if you have legendary rally. Oh, you're going to try to bring in here or the dragon? You're going to bring in Rook and the dragon, and you'll get over 22 million easy against the dragon. Yes. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Okay, so we saw it. Garius and Meredith outperformed by these guys. And you had to, like, for us to get 22 million, we had to put Garius with this Gatekeeper staff on. Buff your gate. You know, it kind of pisses me off, really, that we haven't had any hero balancing in 3 seasons. It does, right? Doesn't it make you mad that you have so many heroes in this game and only 2 damage type per element? So we have Radiant heroes with Aura now and with Rally, and they simply can't go back and do something better with Rally. They won't. Right? They can easily. We already know, like, we know what to do, right? To do something with poison and the poison stacks and how much damage somebody takes off of poison ticking, right? Not what Lothair or Vakana or Jethalia can do. Those 3 legendaries, one's an exclusive with poisons being applied, but just regular people, regular rares, regular epics with poison. And then summon heroes. I don't know. It pisses me off, man. We could have And we're not trying to make any hero overpowered. We're not trying to say, okay, they should all be like Ice Blast. I don't even want them to be as powerful as Ice Blast. I just want them to work functionally like they should and to give people options and fun. It's always fun to play with different heroes. I don't know. It kind of gets me heated up, you know? Just because I have Rook and Wisp. Yeah, the dragon for sure. You still don't have Bledin? It's okay. Right now we're using Nord, which is a rare. Really, it's more important for you to have Girth than Bledin. Although, I swear up and down since Season 2 when this guy came out, he's a beast. He really is a beast. He too gets 20% additional crit on all his abilities, which means his battle skill and his ultimate. He's doing his battle skill all the time. He gives himself ice crystals. He gives other person with the highest attack ice crystals plus increased attack. He's strong, man. He's actually, for an epic, very strong. But she is insane. So as long as you have her and Nord, throw in whatever else you have as far as ice crystal heroes go, and you'll be okay. And dedicate everything to make her the strongest. Like, put your best gear on her, and with her giving herself 20% additional crit, with her giving herself critical damage, you'll be fine. You'll blow it up, because she is really a powerhouse. All right, what are we looking to do? We're looking to try Aura, right? So we're going to bring back in our rally team, but we're going to take away the Gatekeeper staff for now. But we did get 18 million, right? We got 18 million without the Gatekeeper staff with a rare artifact on. With this guy with an epic artifact, Witch's Remains, Eyeball, and Meredith in the back. So 18 million is not too bad. Now, with Garius here, do we need Meredith in the back for double drops? Am I saving my multi-tickets? Not necessarily. I'll sit here and just queue it up for 10, 20, 30 runs. I have the regular tickets to replay the battle, but I don't always have the double drops. I'm sure they'll do more events, so we'll get more double drop tickets, like the clocks. But if I can sit here and do 30 runs on my computer while I'm doing other stuff, it doesn't bother me. I just check back in, an hour later or something. I don't think it's an hour later, but no, even if you have Zorak, I'm not, Zorak's not the best. But if you don't have Bledin, put Zorak in with Girthin and Nord. Yeah, go ahead and do that. If you have them leveled up, sure. Your plan for week 1 is Fire Boss, Radiant Boss with your Ice Blast team. Floor team is your third. I don't know. Watch my videos on YouTube. I got videos on the 4 bosses. Whatever those 4 bosses are, they're all extremely easy. The Dauntless boss is really easy. All those are easy. So those, you got 4 options. So first week, you do 3 of those teams. The second week, you do those 4, which are really easy. And then by the third week, you'll be ready. You'll do those 4 easy ones, and then you'll be able to pick, can you do more damage on this boss or the dragon boss? Just pick whichever one you can do. Okay, so I'm going to save this gear here, and then we're going to bring in Aura, which is going to be, of course, her. We'll bring in this girl, and we'll bring her in for Witch's Remains. This isn't a bad team. This should do 22 million. This will do better than Rally. Where'd our girl go? Where's our comment at? There she is. Okay, now these 3 together are pretty good. This one will make sure that we get Witch's Remains up at least for the last person attacking. Our strongest person attacking. Witch's Remains will be up for that. So we'll get her in this gear. That. Critical damage, fantastic. Do we have critical damage with accuracy? Oh, we can basically just take the same gear that those other people had on. What?
Every
She's set. The way she works is that she'll do one shot to try to apply Witch's Remains. Only one hit. But then when this next person hits, she'll fire off 2 more volleys. So that'll be 3 hits total to apply Witch's Remains. And then when the next person hits, she'll fire off 2 more volleys. And that should be 5 total hits of trying to apply Witch's Remains. But we kind of want it up before they do their ultimates would be the best case scenario, which isn't always going to happen. So we'll just have to hope and pray that she gets it up sometimes a little bit sooner for our ultimates. But at least it'll be up for our other damage. And this will make our ultimates hit harder here sometimes. It takes a long time to get this one cooked up, though. You have to reach Aura State, which takes a really long time. Once you drop out of Aura State to get into Aura State, the back into it takes quite a bit of time. Okay, so our hardest hitting is going to be this one. So this is what we're going to put our Girthin gear on, which should be gear set 1. Okay, that's on Higio. Oh, yeah, we changed guys. So Higio, yes. Girth is not radiant. That's right. That's right. And this girl will have our Welby gear. Welby had the eyeball on. What'd I miss? Competition with those merging servers for those top spots anymore? What top spots? What top spots are you talking about? You're talking about top spots. No, you're still gonna have to summon at least 20 gold dice. Even if you got 90 from doing 22 million out of 18 battles, that's 90. If you got 22 million, 18 battles, that'll give you 90 fragments for the event. Then we get 90 more for free. That's 180. And then if you pick up a few from end of week placement, if you're top 50% or top 300, you're still going to summon 20 dice. Gold dice. It's not like it's a free to play event, even if you can do extremely well. Still need to save up at least 20. 7th in season 2. So the previous server where you were with Arsalan, you finished 7th overall. Now, what are you looking at right now for this on the server we're both on right now? What are you looking at? What's your rank, your placement? I mean, you could. It's not about the Vortex boss. Right now, Vortex boss, everybody's doing really well with their Rook teams. So it's pushing everybody down. You got like 100 Rook teams and then everybody else is below them right now. That doesn't mean that they're going to be active when it comes to Otherworld. Because Otherworld's like a second job. You got to make 15 teams, at least 13 to 14 teams to fight these guys every week. And then, like day 1, you have to be very active. Like take your day off from work because you got to set up all your teams and be ready to go from day 1. You've got 24 hours to set up your teams to get in those 13 battles, right? That means you got to have 13 teams ready to go day 1 and keep repeating that, which is fine because once you have them set up, you're good. But then on the first day of the in-game boss, like Mechatork, you got to take the whole day off so that you can spend your whole day making 6 teams and critiquing those 6 teams so you can get the most damage. If you can do that, and then make sure you critique that team every day after for the next, 8 days that it's alive, and not really have much of a life, you might be able to score higher. I'm telling you guys right now, I don't even know, like mindset-wise, I can't understand why you guys play the game that way because I'm not that kind of person. I just don't get it. I have no interest in competing against somebody else in RNG. Like, what did they spend RNG to get a Rook? They got a Rook. That's RNG. I could have spent $1,000. They could have spent $1,000. They got a Rook, so they're going to do more damage on the Vortex boss. Time-wise, I don't care to spend all my time 10 hours a day to make the 13 teams on day 1. Or make that 6 teams against Mechatork for 8 days and just worry about that only. I just don't care. I'm getting rewards the whole season. I'm getting rewards when this season's over. If I place 500th or I place 100th or I place, 1,000, I'm getting like 20 tickets regardless. I'm getting dice regardless. I honestly, I don't even see how anybody cares about competing. It just blows my mind. But also, I'm the type of person that when I go to Vegas, I don't care about gambling. Like, I have no interest in gambling. If I walk by slots machines or craps tables or any of that stuff, doesn't even register. Like, I just have zero interest in gambling. But I'll open up a whole bunch of dice. I'll spend some money on some gacha games, though, and open up some dice. But, man, I've got zero interest in gambling. It's weird. Now, if we're playing basketball, right? We're playing tennis, basketball, golf, and competing. Yeah, I'm all about competing. Believe me, something like that. But here in these games, I'm just take it easy. I can care less what somebody else is doing or what I place. Just enjoy your time, I guess, is the biggest thing. Is this everybody? Yeah, if we're on the court, I'm ready to play, you know. I only had 8 teams built that I finished with 4 billion score, miles ahead. But what was your placement? Blood sample. What server are you on? Are you on my server? Because not on my server. My server is corrosion. All the top like 100 are basically corrosion. There's some other things thrown in there, but I would say 80% of all the people in the top 100 are corrosion. Yeah, are you on season 3 though? Are those people they just didn't pull? They didn't pull Rook or what? What's happening? What's going on with them? Let me see what's going on here. Okay, we're about to have our girl try to apply Witch's Remains with 1 shot. Got it, luckily. Now she's gonna do 2 shots after that person attacks. We might have to make this girl. It didn't look like she had enough time to kind of fire off her shots because they have a travel time. So I think we need to make her another second out. We could even do that. It doesn't matter. It's 20 seconds. They'll rotate through this. Okay. She got it again. Well, maybe she's doing those 2 shots and it's so fast I didn't even see it. Okay. I have Rook, but I didn't pull a dupe, so I can't compete. Yeah, you can. What are you talking about? You don't need Rook's artifact to compete at all. Do you have Dargo? Do you have Whisk and Dargo? Those are the 2 best ones. I definitely hope you have Dargo. But if you have Whisk, Dargo, and Rook, you can compete easy. What are you talking about? Rook is stupid damage. I don't know what day you're on your server, but if you're on the days that I'm on right now, further days, and you have decent legendary gear, Rook is just dumb damage. And it's not based upon gear. It's based, well, it is based upon the gear that you're, it's based more on damage, right? But you need gear to do damage. So as the season goes on, as your elemental advantage goes out, you're doing more damage. And as you do more damage, Rook takes advantage of that. More corrosion up, the corrosion stack damage. He takes real advantage of that. But you do not need his exclusive artifact. No. It's not about the exclusive. Did you not see my damage charts on us testing out Rook? Rook on my damage charts, we didn't use any exclusive artifact. We didn't use any fancy artifact at all. You do have that mushroom artifact that gives more corrosion. Now, you wouldn't use that on Rook because you're not worried about him applying more corrosion. You would use that artifact to do more corrosion on somebody like Dargo so that you get more corrosion up on the boss so that Rook can take advantage of it. The Spider Chicken Dargo, that'll work. I'd rather have Whisk to get Witch's Remains up faster, but Dargo can do Witch's Remains. Dargo, you just have to put everybody after Dargo like a couple seconds because he will cast these orbs that sit in the air and then they slowly go toward the target. So make sure you do Dargo with Witch's Remains. You have your Spider Lady with a lot of attack to get up as much corrosion as possible. And Dargo will still put up a lot of corrosion. It would be cool if Dargo could go full damage. But I don't think Spider Lady has a 3-hit ultimate, does she? If she had a multi-hit ultimate, I'd rather put Witch's Remains on her because Dargo is going to give you the most corrosion. Like, even more than her. If she's just flat. Like, if she doesn't have a whole bunch of inspirations, he's going to put up more corrosion. She's more AoE corrosion. Like, without a doubt, AoE corrosion is her thing. Yeah, without a doubt. I don't know about top 10. It depends on what the other top 10s have. You know, if they're rocking like five inspired flora with something else. I mean, it really depends, but you're going to be rocking that, yeah, up there with the top people, and you don't need his exclusive artifact. It's stupid damage. I'm telling you, Rook is like the dumb of the dumb. We almost lost. Hirin, what's her name? Hin, something Hin. We almost lost her up at the top left. She's gonna die. She's gonna die. Oh man. We just need a little more health there. Obviously, again, with Gatekeeper staff, we're gonna blow this away. That's all it takes, right? Gatekeeper staff with Garius, and then we don't even need Meredith then. We just bring in... Actually, you know what? We should stagger Meredith's heal. I bet that's a thing, right? We have our boy giving us some major heals. Like, when do we need this? We need this major heal after he stomps with his ultimate, right? So 20.5 on 20 seconds, and then we could have her going at 13, kind of in the middle of it. Oh, she's at 23. Okay, we'll just have her do what she wants to do. Let's have him heal after the ultimate and see what happens. And we could go for defense if we wanted to, but let's keep it attack. I mean, we went over 22 million. And the only legendary artifact we have is witches.
Be cleansed by my light, by ancestors' names. Not bad for a prototype. Too bad it's about to...
I will conquer all.
Yeah, because if we do it after the ultimate, that's where she was down low. Meredith just got stunned. Yo, what's Meredith's resistance? Let me double check that too, since we just started. She has a total resistance of 200, but she gets 95 when she zones in. So she's at 295 plus 50, 345 total. Correct? I think she's at that much. Okay, resisted there.
Be cleansed by my light, by ancestors' names. Not bad for a prototype. Too bad it's about to...
Okay, I think we'd be okay. Do we want Garius's ultimate a little further out? Like, we take damage there, but we don't take a lot of damage. He's kind of pounding now and doing more damage. I don't know if we want to put him out maybe like 2 more seconds for Garius. So people can take a few hits and then he can top him off.
Ancestors' names. Not bad for a prototype. Too bad it's about...
Did I miss anything? Cat's in the house. Brizen, what's going on, my man? Pig Dog Hunter, Big Dog Hunter's here. I was talking to you in the other chat. Was it Hype Pseudo's chat yesterday?
Cleansed by my light, by ancestors' names. Not bad for a prototype. Too bad...
I'm gonna go out and get some sun today, guys. Nathan, good to see you, buddy. Today, it's the first hottest day, clear skies all day long until 6 p.m. We've got nothing but sunshine, and it's gonna get up to 76, I think, today. We haven't had 76-degree weather, full sunny skies in a long time.
Too bad it's about to be...
I mean, since last year, summertime, right? 76, yeah, 76 at 3 p.m. Nothing but sun. I'm gonna go out and get a little bit of tan on this head, you know?
Cleansed by my light, by
Monday too, tomorrow's 77, all sunny.
bad for a...
Then it goes down to 72, 74, 72, 75, but cloudy rains. And then next Monday, Tuesday, 68 with sunny skies. Oh, summer's trying to come. I'm all for it. I'm all for summer so we can get in the pool. I mean, I don't have a pool at the house here, but you know, we get at the pool
Not bad for a prototype.
and we can go to this what's it called? Like a big park. There's this big park near us, like this big garden that has a huge area for kids to play in, and like all this outdoor, what do they call, obstacle course stuff. All this outdoor obstacle course made out of wood, and you run through it. Like even for adults, you can run through it all crazy. It's stuff above ground, below ground, swinging on ropes, rappelling, all sorts of wild stuff like that. And then the area for the kids to play in, the water's only like a couple feet deep, but they have it like spraying out everywhere too and stuff. Kids love it. Even my kids, even though they're about to be 10 and 12, they still love doing it. They're running around DMing people. What's going on? What did I miss? Running around DMing people with their honeyed words? What are these honeyed words we're talking about here? I got some vitamin D. Touch the grass, my dude. Yeah, get some vitamin D, touch that grass. That's right. What's going on? I already did that a couple days ago with my daughter. I took my daughter to the local park here, like this other big park we have. It's called like 21st Century Park. Look up 21st Century Park Matsudo. It's this big park. Last year they put in this slide that it's like, you know, picture yourself at FedEx or UPS and you put the packages on that rolly system that has all those metal rollies, you know, you put a box on it, you slide it. The whole slide is that. So you kind of don't want to go down it without these little things you put on your butt. Like you hold on to it and then you put it underneath the piece of plastic you put underneath your butt, because you'll be going so fast and it vibrates so much your ass cheeks will hurt when you get off of it. So they put that big slide there. It's a pretty cool park. Like it's a beautiful park, has tons of room to play whatever sports you want to play and run around with kids and stuff. I took her to that a couple days ago with her and her friend. My son went there with his friends, and I got a lot of sun that day. I was touching a lot of grass then. That was only a few days ago, you know, Wednesday when it was. Because they had off from school on Wednesday, some odd reason. Oh, alliances on my server? Yeah, we did our attacks yesterday. Now we're doing our attacks today against the 3 ears, whoever's there in the middle. Oh, we lost her again, man. We lost her with that 1 pound, but we're at 28 million. Okay, so Aura's looking pretty good, right? Rally sucks because they won't update Rally. And Aura epics are looking pretty nice. Now, what about the Aura rare? Okay, 30 million, easy times. We've got Meredith in the back. Everybody's got access to Meredith. Garius without any kind of legendary. He's got a rare artifact on. Nice. Or you could bring in Ice Blast, whichever one you want. 30 mil, easy times. But what if you didn't have all this aura stuff and you're like, oh, I want to use my cool rally. As long as there's some legendary rally in there, you got it made. And again, if you have the Gatekeeper staff, what do you have to worry about? Yeah, of course, because rally's getting gimped. They're getting their rally buff taken off. They're not able to do their damage. And they're barely even getting it up very often because it's rare and epic rally. So it's very rare that you get rally on. And then if this guy hits, he's taking it off. Stupid rally. Okay, so we know... Whoa, I don't mean to replay this. So we know Ice Blast will kill this guy with the same amount of damage. How funny is that? Okay. So new rally people... No, the new aura people did 30 million. And they're getting 100% additional damage. And then we bring in Ice Blast. They're getting 30 million. And we're using a rare Ice Blast and 2 epic Ice Blast. And they're getting 30 million. And they don't have 100% additional damage. That's whack. That's crazy. Aura really isn't good. I mean, that's just the facts. We knew that coming into Season 3 when we were on the test server. Whenever we test Shadow, whenever we test Corrosion, and then we went and tested Aura, right away we saw deals damage based off of enemy max HP. We knew for 100% fact that these bosses don't have a max HP that we can see. They don't have it on the Vortex either. So what is the max HP damage we're actually doing? Because these are the fights that matter. When we go in and we fight the Harpy and we do a little bit additional damage because of max HP, it's not saying we're not doing any additional damage here. We are. There's additional damage we're doing based off of max HP. But these guys never have enough max HP for it to matter. Nobody does inside this game for it to matter. And it's all capped based on our attack. So when they made these heroes and they went and play tested these here, 1% of the targets max HP, 50% of the targets max attack. This one doesn't even do it. I think this one has a pretty good one, right? 2.4% of the targets max HP, 120% of the person's attack. This one does 4% of targets max HP, 400% of the hero's attack. So this one might be a big hit. I don't know. I actually didn't look at the in damage for all my people here. I should have. Maybe back through the VOD, I'll look and see what they were all at. But I'm pretty sure she was doing the most. Theohin here was doing the most damage for sure. This was our one with Witch's Remains, so she was probably doing the least damage. And this one came in afterwards. Can you hit it with the exclusive? What do you mean? Exclusive aura? Oh, you're going to get well over 22 million. And you've already got her leveled up. So you're going to use her blood sample. And you're talking about the, what's her name? Amon? Yeah, if these guys got 30 million, you're going to get well over 22 million with Amon in here. And she's so much easier to gear. Right, she's so much easier to gear. I mean, there's no reason for me to run it. You're gonna get over 22 million. That's just a fact. You could bring in the rare, or you could bring in her. You could bring in whatever else. You're gonna get over 22 million. We just got 30 million with lesser heroes. So without the exclusives, they all suck. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like Shadow. I kind of think Shadow is pretty sweet, and I haven't used Shadow against anything. I think if we made a Shadow team here, we would blow this guy away, even though we're not getting 100% additional damage. Like if I brought in some form of Shadow team with Espolta, what's his name? Taldi? I don't even need our girl here, Daphne, which I do enjoy Daphne quite a bit, but I don't even need her. I could just bring in... Can this girl get away? I could just bring in these two and then bring in some other one. The rare was doing more damage than the epic, and they did make a little change to the epic, right? The epic rat. Where is Shadow? We do need to make a Shadow team. Like Chitter, didn't they do some kind of change to the Chitter in the patch notes? I think it was just a visual. I don't think he's going to do more damage or less damage. I think it was just some kind of writing. They just cleared up his writing, correct? But the rare was doing more damage than Chitter.
Is that it?
On single target. AoE, Chitter will do more damage. So a single target, the rare does more damage. So we can bring in these three, and I think they're going to tear it up. So we'll bring him in for our heals and tanking, and then we would need somebody else to absorb. Oh, this is easy. We'll just bring in Megan, right? Megan doesn't need anything special to do more healing. What am I looking for? Necrosis? We put her in the back. And none of these guys move when we fight, right? Yeah, so Nathaniel's got them covered. And this is going to be easy 22 million. Because Shadow's good. Shadow is actually really good without Azul. They're still good. I think Espolta is very strong. With Toldi. They're great. And I got Espolta as well, so I think this is like a fantastic team.
From time to time, I wonder, what Tenebria change?
Is this gear set number 1? No. What is she doing with this gear set? Is this something like totally different than we were playing with? I don't know. She's geared. I kind of don't want to mess with her. She doesn't have critical damage gloves. She's only got crit rate, so we're not really trying to go balls to the wall damage with her. Although she's getting additional... She should have critical damage here instead of attack for sure. But maybe we needed more crit. We can lose 9. Oh, that's 16 crit rate. All right, we'll keep it at that.
I will make the
He's set up to do Witch's Remains already. Oh, that's right, because we changed over the gear. We had a preset for them and we changed over. That's why they are geared up. Okay, I get it now. So that means we could just put this little rare So we had no critical damage with crit rate. Then what is it? What do we have here? Attack? Attack speed? Man, my pieces. Oh, there it is. Attack with critical damage, 4 hits. That's dumb.
How about joining me?
That's a crazy one. So this is Shadow. All right, he's good. Let's make sure. Enlightenment? No, he's got defense. I think we can change that.
Every person has watched the night.
Are we trying to get additional healing from him? Oh, we could put in something. Additional healing and shields, sure. Defense, defense, enlightenment, defense. Okay, great. He's set up. She's been set up. Skill, he's 69. And then now we just need to give her the resistance gear that we currently have on Meredith. Which would be this. And I have no idea what we had on Meredith as far as this gear. What did we have on her?
Even the deer lose their way in this forest sometimes, so fret not.
Okay.
The halls of knowledge are not open to all.
Defense. Do we have resistance? 231 plus 95 plus 50. She will be fine. Let's go with that attack aura. Fantastic. Now we need Witch's Remains to apply. What the hell? Who is that? 20? Oh, this is ultimate. Ah, that's right. So these ultimates, when we set up their timing, these ultimates are done off of shadow energy. So I'm not sure exactly when. Defense up to all allies, 10 seconds for... So we can do this at what, like 19 seconds? Oh, we can do it at... Oh, he hits the ground, so let's do it at like 19 seconds. 20. I don't know when this guy actually does his stuff, but let's put 15 seconds. Maybe he'll get 100% uptime. So we'll put her at 16. Default. Yeah. They're both going to kind of just... they're going to rotate as much as they can because they're all shadow, so... There's no need me like holding them back. And then for her to put up increased defense... Are we getting increased defense here? Yeah, so hers is increased defense and regen. So let's do it after the boss hits a little bit. 23 seconds. Get that regen up. Actually, we probably need to regen the whole time he's pounding. But we're going to have shields up. Plus, he does regens. He does regens on his battle skill. All right, what'd I miss? Have I missed all my giveaways? No. Maybe. Were you here last month when we kept doing marbles? Or did you miss that? I guess we could just put them on full auto. Looks like they were all ready to do their ultimates. Okay, increased defense plus shield. Oh, he removes it all. That's right. So we want to do it after. We want to do that like right after he does his ultimate. Did you all miss it? Yeah, we did a whole bunch of marbles. Tauren, you only have Tauren. Man, I wish I had Tauren. There's so few good support in Necrosis. I wish. I don't like Taldi anymore for Witch's Remains. Really? I know he's supposed to be the battery, and he is. Well, together, right? You got to have somebody like her along with Tuldi. Tuldi by himself isn't like the craziest battery, but then when you include her in here giving people shadow energy, and then you include Daphne giving shadow energy, it's really the three. The trifecta of those three giving each other so much shadow energy that it creates this loop to where they're doing their ultimates really often. Even with just these two together. But with Daphne in here, it gets even stronger. Like much, much stronger. Because then Daphne is giving her the ability to do her ultimate more often, which is giving more shadow energy to Tuldi, which is giving more shadow energy to her to do her ultimate more often. Daphne's doing the same thing with her skills, giving her more. So it just basically makes it so that then as Polta is doing her ultimate a lot, he's doing his ultimate even more. And so is Daphne to be able to possess somebody. So it gets really crazy with those three. These two still should be good. We should be doing more often, way more often without him. And we get Witch's Remains up, I hope, 100% of the time. So let's not... I wonder how fast... He's not going to be faster than her. I just want him to go... This is fine. It's the first time, and then after that, they'll be on their own doing whatever they want to do. We just got to make sure that he's going to cast his ability at 20.5. We need her to cast hers at, say, 24 to start regenning. Back to full health, maybe. Let's see what happens. Azul Daphne, someone's going to do... Someone's got to go out of all... Yeah, but I don't have Azul, so I never play with Azul. If I had Azul, it would be a whole different kind of party. But I'm trying to do it without an exclusive. Just play around with the cool... Oh, she went out of... Look at that. Maybe we could switch her position because I don't want her to be over there. Now she's outside of... She should be outside of Nathaniel's range. And even outside of Megan's range. What's old girl doing? Stay put, stay put. Oh, that's right. She was jumping... No, it wasn't... Yeah, it was her jumping around on the Vortex ball. She would always jump to the left or to the right of somebody. Yeah, this is bullshit. Okay, we're going to have to change...
Guardian's duty.
Okay, she's going to jump over there. We changed Nathaniel to here, here, here. If she jumps in this square, it could be 1, 3, whole row 3. If she jumps over here. He should attack Nathaniel now. Or who's our resistance person? Hold on. We got to move our resistance person, I think, down one more. Yeah. He just got... We got to bring Megan down. Okay. Okay, so she's still in place. Now, is he going to stay on Nathaniel and not attack her? Like, is the main target? Sometimes they change. Like, when a hero jumps around like this, sometimes they do actually change targets. And she's being... Oh, she's back, okay. She's back in front. I think he's attacking her, though, as Polta right now. I can't tell 100%, but I think so. We'll leave it like this for now. I missed your entire reply to my message. Oh, what was your message? I was saying I don't have Azul. So I wasn't trying to do anything with Azul. But what I said was, if you missed everything, is that if you have as Polta along with Tuldi and Daphne, they're all three generating so much shadow energy that they just boost each other. Like crazy. They boost each other to make sure they do their ultimates so much, so often that it's really worth having those three. Daphne, Espolta, and Tuldi. But even Tuldi and Espolta are going to do their ultimates far more often. Because Espolta gives a lot of shadow energy to everybody that's a shadow person. And then Tuldi's going to increase that and give shadow energy to everybody. And then Daphne's going to do that to Espolta, which means it's just this crazy cycle of them doing their ultimates way more often. But having even these two, it's still pretty nice. And I have Espolta. Espolta is pretty cool. But remember, this team's not getting 100% additional damage. They're getting their elemental affinity because we're doing a 5-team bonus, but we're not getting that 100% additional. So the boss right now has how many stacks from us? Not too bad, right? 11 stacks. Okay. We can't control that because we have buffs coming up from our battle skills that we just can't control. Especially with that regen going on. Megan cannot boost Shadow. Oh, you're talking about with that increase? No, she can't. But she can keep us alive, right? She can try to keep us alive. Now, we could bring another Shadow person in and just have Nathaniel heal us. We were doing that with... But we don't have decreased attack. We were doing that with... what's his name? With Furbath. But Furbath has decreased attack. Plus, he has amazing heals, so... Much easier. With Furbath. He's getting a lot of stacks from us, though. He is removing a lot of buffs. Why is the... Look at the rare. Are you seeing this right now? Look at the rare's damage. Wait a minute. Look at that rare's damage right now. Yeah, I think we need to play this team on a boss that'll take advantage, that'll take extra damage from necrosis for sure. But what I want to know is why is this rare doing 55% against Espalta doing 31%? What kind of gear do we have on that rare? Getting attack stacks? Zadok? Oh, you're talking about playing with undead? This isn't the team. This isn't the boss you would play undead against. That boss is the one that's melee and does the frost around it. So it's kind of hard to play undead against that team. You can go check out my YouTube videos if you want to on that boss and how we fought it. But having your tank up there or your healer tank up there for that boss to tank it and not get that frost debuff or even get that frost debuff if you have a lot of undead running in. It's on my video too. It's on like the full long video, but I have all short 5-minute videos on these bosses. Not just my 2.5-hour stream we did the other day going over them. But yeah, these guys, this team is not going to get 22 million. For sure. Which is sad, right?
This is a guardian's duty.
All I can say is Ice Blast are true killers when it comes to single target damage. To give a Zadok attack boost. Yeah, but it didn't work. It did not work. They did not die fast. They wound up killing, you know, your healer tank. And Zadok was not getting a turn meter increase enough. We could see it go up. We could see the words where it would say his ultimate increase would go up. But it wasn't doing anything for his damage. Summons aren't that good. That's the problem. Summons just kind of suck. They don't do a lot of damage. They don't do a lot of anything. They obviously don't do any kind of buffs or debuffs. All they do is sit out there, throw a pet, and they suck. Unless you have legendary or the exclusive. Which is a problem, right? You don't want rares and epics to completely suck. You want them to at least be viable. Not top damage, but not like you can't even use them, right? Man, this is sad damage right here. This is sad. 15 million, was it? I need to go look at the gear difference on these two. It's the gear difference. This girl must have critical damage gloves and... No, she's got crit rate. Let's look at their overall. I mean, she's got this artifact on her, which is cool. What is this artifact on this Polta? The eyeball, still. Okay, overall stats. So let me see their overall stats.
Time to time, I wonder.
And are they both scrolled, right? She's scrolled. Scrolled. Because we tested all these, so they should be scrolled. Okay, let me see what she's got here. 4,400 and 135 critical damage.
How about joining me?
Little higher critical damage, but not enough to warrant that difference in not enough to warrant that difference in damage. I'm telling you though, when we played this rare was blowing out the epic, the Chitter epic, as far as single target damage goes. She gives herself 20%. It's not to all. It's only to herself on the live server. 20% attack damage to herself, and then she was ignoring a little bit of defense. 25% of the target's defense. And maybe this guy has really high defense. I think he does. I mean, he's got a huge shield. So maybe he has really high defense and she's ignoring it and doing even more damage. Plus she has this artifact that really does enhance epics and rares over a legendary. But that's a lot more damage. Shadow's only good in arena? I don't even think they're that good in arena, are they? Unless you have Azul. Azul's good, man. Like, Azul, damage-wise, is very good. On the Vortex boss, and on bosses in general, Azul still does some serious damage. This isn't my account. I don't need to look at this stuff. Okay, so we did this boss up, right? We did this boss with Rally. We did it with Aura. We did this boss with Ice Blast, which works perfectly fine. We did it with Shadow here, and Shadow sucked. I don't know what more we can do with Shadow to make them better, except include another Shadow person, but we have 2 support like we do most times. We've got decreased defense. Here's the thing, too. We've got decreased defense up 100% of the time, and we're taking it... Oh, that's why her damage was so much higher. Espolta doesn't have these gloves on. Okay, that makes sense. That damage was probably 20% higher than Espolta because she does not have these gloves on, and we were doing... Okay, now it makes a lot more sense. We were having 100% uptime on decreased defense, so that girl was pulling in 35% additional damage more than she's pulling in. And all the testing we've done with all the teams, we've always had those gloves on our people. So that is why it was crazy. So if we go here with crit rate, critical damage, she's got this one on for 24 critical damage. Pretty impressive. Let's go with that. Now you'll see a huge change. Yeah, those gloves are no joke. They've been increasing Vortex teams' damage on their main damage dealer by like 20%. Just from having that one main damage dealer have these gloves on. And we don't have decreased defense up 100% of the time on most of our Vortex teams. Whereas this, let's see Taldi. Let's see if his drops off for a long time or not. It did just drop off. And then he applies it back up again. So maybe for like a second and a half, it's off. It's dropping off, but he's applying it right back again. So that wasn't even a second that time that it was off. Man, she's still above her. She's still above her right now. It's that artifact. It's the artifact over the eyeball, but she's doing her ultimate pretty often. Way more often than that probably Rare's doing her ultimate. See? She keeps doing her ultimate fairly often. But she's making the Rare do her ultimate more often. That Rare's a boss. Are you sure we put the gloves on her? Did I actually equip the gloves to Espolta? What's going on, man? What's Espolta's problem right now? Okay, she's is she catching back up? It's cutting through that defense. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Look, the boss has an increased defense buff on right now. Plus, it has high defense naturally anyways. That Rare is ignoring a portion of defense. And it's huge. Like, when you look at the... Like, anytime you fight the Vortex boss. I was fighting the Vortex boss yesterday because I was making this cool team. I thought it was a fun team. I was making this fun team, a revision of the team I'm currently using. And I was looking at the damage my Amon, the exclusive mermaid, was doing to the boss with and without decreased defense. Without decreased defense, I was doing 130,000 per hit. With Witch's Remains up, I was doing 208. So we're talking about like 78,000 damage per hit when Witch's Remains is up. So if somebody does have high defense and you come in here with somebody like this who ignores defense, it's huge. I mean, it's mega huge. Look at this. So if we put on gear, like if I brought Dauntless in here with all the gear to ignore 20% defense on their basic attacks, let's bring my Dauntless team, right? We have a Dauntless team that we have made up for that Stagamuffin fight. That boss, right? Let's bring them in and see what kind of damage they do. Because they've all got gear on that ignores 20% additional defense. I believe it is. Is it ignore defense or 20% additional damage on their basic? I thought it was 20%, ignore 20% defense. Let's see what they do. When did they nerf Shadow? Yeah, well, especially with this Polta, right? Giving her that additional burst damage in the beginning, giving everybody that goes away every second, and then they get really fast at doing their ultimates. I don't know what small nerfs. I have no idea what small nerfs you're talking about. I didn't hear of any small nerfs. Skeletons are supposed to die quick. Yeah, it does. Those do. What's small nerf? I don't know what nerfs. Yeah, I guess. I don't remember any kind of nerfs they did to Shadow on live server. I have no idea what nerf. Oh, are you talking about Sifla? Are you talking about her 20% additional attack? That was a long time ago. I think that was just a, like, on live server, she never did 20% additional attack to the team. She only ever did 20% additional attack to herself. So I don't know if that's not a nerf. That's just that on the test server, her state she does 20% additional attack to all Shadow allies. That's not a nerf that we ever saw and then they removed it from us. So that's not a nerf. Yeah, that's not a nerf. That's just something we had on the test server that they never changed. It's not something you ever played on the live. It's not something you would even know about if I didn't have access to a test server. You would have never seen that. You would have only played her as a rare that gives herself 20% attack. So there is no nerf. There's no change up. They didn't do anything to your character from live server. Yeah. She ignores some defense. We played her earlier. Yeah, we played that team. That team's fine. The Aura team is fine against this boss. But this team is not going to do 22 million. But they're not getting 100% additional damage either, so. But I do like to see this rare just kicking Legendary's ass. That's pretty wild. Is it 35%? It's only 25%. And it's only a 50% chance to ignore 25%. Okay, let me see somebody who really ignores. Who else can ignore some serious defense that is another Aura hero? Or at least falls in Radiance, right? Because he takes additional damage from Radiant. Who in Radiant ignores defense? Just any kind of defense. 10%, 15%, 20%. Or we need to switch around our gear on this guy to ignore defense. Buffs. Debuffs. Shadow, dispel, 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 dispel. Okay, I don't think we can find it through here. There's no ignore defense button. Ignores 30% of the enemy's defense in Blaze state, but only in Blaze state. And she was doing fine when we fought against this boss, yes. And she does, normally she does good damage, right? She gets 50% additional attack, she does good damage. And we ran that. It was fine. I think we got 30 million. Is that what we got with this team? Let me see what she hits for. Like if we slow it down. Oh, it's only when she's in Blaze state though. Okay. See, it's not that often though, right? It's only when she's in Blaze state and only on that ultimate. There's got to be some heroes that ignore a portion of defense on their passive or something. I know there's got to be somebody out there. I can't remember who. But what kind of gear do we have this season to ignore defense? Yeah, the wearer's basic attack ignore 20% of the target's defense. So we would have to bring in... I already put gear on them. I wonder if Megan got messed up here. Or if she'll still... Megan should still have that gear. This is kind of a separate gear set we made.
This shall be an
Shit.
effortless victory. The halls of knowledge are not open to all.
What kind of gear do we have on her? Oh, I remember. It was some kind of gear like this. Okay. That's plenty of resistance.
The halls of
She still gets stunned. Like right out of the gate, she still gets stunned. What does she got? Like 400? She's got like 350 resistance, I think. Oh, we're not worried about when we're doing our buffs here. This guy's going to get powered up. I was just kind of trying to see like the damage. We need to come in here with a team. I need to save the gear set that we have on these Dauntless people right now. Then we need to come in with the Aura team that we currently have. Look at the total damage for that Aura team with the set that gives us additional attack that we have on them. And then we need to put this set on that ignores 20%, but only on their basic attacks. But honestly, the Aura team's doing a lot of basic attacks. Not as much as these guys, of course. Like that all counts as basic attack. But Shaltar isn't doing special basic attacks. Vanny only has her basic attack along with her battle skill. Her ultimate's a buff. Three stacks. What were we... Rifter, you said we were at 7 stacks with how much damage earlier? I thought you typed it out. I thought you typed out some kind of damage at 7 stacks. I thought somebody said something. I don't know. I don't see it. Well, we're at 4 stacks right now at 5. I don't know. It doesn't look like a lot of damage. I mean, when you're not doing 100% additional. Did mine 9 million? He's at a 7 rotations. This team only did 9 million? Oh, that's what you said earlier? And it was, what team was that though? What team were we at 7 stacks? Because it's the same damage, right? Or like right now, this is kind of less damage, isn't it? It was a Shadow team, wasn't it? So we were at 7 stacks with 9 million on the Shadow team. This looks about like it's going to be the same. We're at 6 stacks now. And we're at 7 stacks. Yeah, it looks about the same. I don't know. I think we should move on to the dragon. Let's move on to the dragon. I think we fought this guy enough. Although ignoring defense, I think, is going to work. I don't think it's going to be worth like leveling a separate gear set for it. If that's the only gear set we have to ignore defense, we don't have any other one. It's only on our basic attack. We used to have a gear set that ignored 15% defense overall, right? No matter what we did, it just ignored 15% defense. Since this only does basic attack, it's not going to be worth like gearing this up. For this one weekly boss, right? Derivative damage deals more. More attack for critical damage. And the difference of attack. And that's it. Okay, what do we got against the dragon? What have you guys seen? Anything amazing against our old dragon boss over here? I honestly might fight this boss No, I already have Aura guys. So I'll fight this boss with Aura champions, but I was going to say I might fight this boss with my Ice Blast team. But I'll just say my Ice Blast team for whoever's hard. Maybe this guy, maybe this dragon with the Ice Blast team is going to work. Maybe everybody's focusing on this dragon the wrong way. They're trying to come in here and do damage with poison when they could just bring in Ice Blast and blast this dude's booty. Rook? Yeah, well, but we're not going to use Rook. He's an exclusive. Shoutar, anyways? Did we have the derivative damage one for Shoutar? Can I look at sets? Where? Dauntless. Equipment. Oh, yeah, we do. We have it on him. We've got derivative damage, deals 20% to the wearer. Yep. And then here we've got ignores 20% of the attack. And then on her, we actually don't have ignores. We have crit rate and attack. We have the one where you get additional attack. So we've got a lot of different gear. So we only really had one guy in there trying to ignore some defense from him, which would be Shoutar. So we have to go. Really, all we got to do is throw Shoutar in there against him with normal gear, with the 4 additional attack per critical damage, and then we switch his gear to the ignore 20% and see how much more damage we do on that guy. But again, that boss just isn't worth it. Sigrid double ult. Well, we kill 3. He only brings out 3 whelps. Double ult. Do we get a double ult? Is there any way to hit this dragon when he's in the air with decreased attack? Is there any way to give him decreased attack and kill the ults, the adds fast enough so that he comes back in with decreased attack? Let me try my Ice Blast team. Ice Blast is not set up for multi-target though. And Furbath is going to move around, which is really dumb. Actually, all melee is going to move around here, so I have no idea if Furbath is going to be able to heal them. Probably not. They're going to move kind of wackadoo here. It's a shame they go forward. On the other bosses, like it doesn't look like they go forward. It looks like they go forward on the other bosses where they don't. And here they do. 1, 2. I think he's going to cover Bledin, and then he'll cover these 2 to the side. Yeah, he's got everybody right now. But that's just for now. Later on, once the whelps comes out, he's going to change. That's all going to change. All right, so we got decreased attack up way too early. Even if we could take these guys out fast, which I don't know if we can. Decreased attack fell off, so now when he comes back in, he's going to hit pretty hard. This is the only thing I don't like, is that hard hit when he comes back in. You see how hard that was? That's the only issue I have. We could bring in shields to cover that, but that hard-hitting attack when he flies back in is the only thing I don't like. All right, let's change our settings for... If I did it at... He's going to fly up at what time? 18 seconds? Can I hit him right at 18, or do I need to be like 17.999? Does that work? Does 17.9 work? 19.9. Okay, well, we got to do something about that. We could have her do decreased defense and still have the vortex up when the... Okay, they're going to come out at 20. We could maybe do decrease defense on them. Like, all my guys aren't at 18, though. Like, I don't have a whole crew of people at 18 seconds. It'd be much better if this boss was at 20 seconds. For everyone. She can do it. She can save her ult. She'll probably loop back around to her ultimate in plenty of time. Yeah, there's just... I think I should just let them free range do whatever they want to do here. Oh yeah, 18, 18. None of them are going on 18. I'm just putting 18 just to see. This is an Ogok boss, so they'll stay alive when we get hit. Like have Ogok do his ultimate when the boss comes back in. Yo, what was up with that? So I had him at 17.5, I thought. Oh, 17.999 did not work. 17.5. Which gives us like 8 seconds to take out these ads. Okay, there it is. Decreased attack. We got 8 seconds to take these guys out, which is doable. If our guys were all on an 18-second cooldown for their ultimates, that'd be doable. So we had decreased attack up when the boss came back in, right? I didn't really pay attention. Okay, Rava can do her part. Are you sure this boss is 18 seconds? He's not 18 seconds because we have more time because he's flying in. Ah, okay. We have more time because he's flying in all crazy. Where's our decreased attack? So there's actually way more going on here than this one's annoying because we got to calculate how fast we're killing it, and we're not always killing the whelps at the exact same time. You're gonna have to manual this boss. Even if we calculated the extra seconds for him bringing in us fighting the whelps, we're not always killing the whelps at the exact same time. But maybe it's more like a 20-second rotation. So let's just do 20 seconds and see what happens. It looked like it was somewhere closer to a 20-second, which is actually pretty cool. Let's even put her at 20 seconds. She doesn't need to do her ultimate. She's doing her battle skill over and over. We're good with her. Now, if this can be a clean 20 seconds, that would be amazing. Okay, decrease attack. Let me see if it's up when they come back. When he comes back. All right, same as last time. Decreased attack is up, so we didn't take a lot of damage, but we still took a lot, man. I feel like we take a lot. I feel like we take way too much. We got decreased defense up on the boss too somehow, from the vortex still being up. No. We need way more than 20 seconds. What? What is that, like 25 seconds? All right, so say we don't take out the whelps. Say we just like chill the whole, well, we just died. We just died because we took too hard of a hit. Did I not turn up? Yeah. Slingshot's awesome. I just don't use it as much because we're just using other like plain kind of gear. Slingshot is OP, man. You get accuracy, substats. Slingshot is way OP. It's awesome. I just been using this on those kind of heroes like this, right? Instead of me worrying about gear having to have accuracy on it or using accuracy on this whenever I switch gear out. If I don't have like a cool accuracy on here and stuff, I just use this one on my epics and rares. And then I'll come in with like an attack here instead of worrying about what kind of accuracy we can get substat wise. Just focus on attack and crit rate and critical damage. So he's even got instant burner that we don't need.
Without Ogok, there wouldn't be any forest trolls.
But is it not an issue when he comes back in? It is, right? It's like a serious issue when he comes back in. There's just no way. There's no way to decide. There's no way to determine how fast we're going to take out those whelps, say at 24 seconds one round, 23 seconds one round, 25 seconds one round. It's never going to be consistent.
learn this. To clear your mind. Take charge. It's not over yet.
Oh shit, wrong one.
Tremble in the frigid gale.
Okay, we didn't take very much damage at all with having decreased attack up, that's for sure. We didn't get decreased defense. Did I hit him that time? Okay, I hit him. Thanks goodness. Now if we wait like a second. No, we don't have to wait. We just got to do our damage here.
In the charge. It's not over yet.
Yeah, he's still getting hit with this frost, and he gets decreased defense on. Look at that. Awesome. That's really sweet. So we do get a little bit of time. We get 10 seconds of decreased defense on him. With Rava, that's really cool.
Clear your mind. This. Tremble in the frigid charge. It's not over yet. Gale.
Shit, we didn't take that. Oh, we did take that one out. What's going on? Yeah, I like this. I like this with Rava. It's actually pretty cool. I don't know how much damage we're going to get, but it's still pretty sweet.
Just learn this. Clear your mind. This charge. It's not over yet. Tremble in the frigid gale.
Oh, Furbat's not healing now. He's way out of formation. This time he's... Oh, shit. No, cancel. He's way out of formation.
Just learn this. Clear your mind. This. Tremble in the frigid charge. It's not over yet. Gale.
And that's why Nord died, because of Furbath. Otherwise, this team would do some work, and that's why Rava just died too. Otherwise, this was a good setup, man. 22 million easy. Man, we could add 22 million easy. We are getting damage on the boss. We're doing awesome with damage on the boss because remember, Ice Blast isn't about the ultimate ability. Ice Blast is doing their battle skill over and over. So when the boss drops down, we've got decreased attack up, which is awesome. Not only that, Rava's doing decreased defense on the adds, which makes it super easy for us to take out with our ultimates. Plus, when the dragon drops down, Rava's still doing her little tornado thing and getting decreased defense, which remains up on the boss then for 10 seconds. So 10 seconds out of his 20 seconds or 18 seconds that he's there, we have decreased defense on him. And that means our Ice Blast people are doing their battle skills over and over and over, and it's not all about our ultimate. So we're doing great damage. Only issue is Furbath. Furbath is moving around, and his decreased attack is phenomenal. Like, having a healer with decreased attack is everything we need. Like, this team is everything we need to do well, but the movement is dumb, and we can't control it. We can't pin down Furbath in like a back corner with all casters. It won't matter if we move all of our people to a side, I don't believe, because he still moves forward, which would mean that Rava would be out of healing here. And when the whelps come in, they're going to be right here, but plus these are going to move forward. Let's see if he'll always stay there. If Furbath always stayed in that corner, no, Rava's not getting healed right now. If Furbath always stayed in that corner, but he's going to move because they're going to come out. Oh, now our melee is going to be too far away. Our melee is not going to run into this corner and then run into that up corner. He's going to run over further. Oh, no, he went right into that pocket, man. All right, let's go. They're not going to stay there, though. Now they're going to run up, and it's going to be all clustered effed.
It's not over yet. Tremble in the
No, Furbath is kind of pinned. Furbath can't move. He was pinned. He's back on point. Haha. Furbath could not move up to him, and he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to do shit there. Just stand. Stand in that corner, buddy. That's all you need to do. Heal us and stand in that corner, please.
clear your mind. Charge. It's not over yet. Tremble in the frigid gale.
But he's doing healing. I think he's getting everybody with that heal right then.
Just learn this. Clear your mind. Take this. Tremble. In the front. It's not over yet. Gale.
Oh, look, we got an ultimate on the boss right then, too, because we killed them with just 2 of our guys. I still don't think we're going to get 22 million, though. We'll see.
Just learn this. Clear your mind. Tremble. In the frigid charge. It's not over yet.
Look at that. 2 get taken out by Nord, so we get to save this ultimate for the boss, which I guess is pretty cool. And then she's doing her ice. She's doing her all her battle skill attacks after that.
Just learn this. Clear your mind. Tremble. In the frigid charge. It's not over yet.
Ice Blast doesn't play around, man. Even Nord doesn't play around. I love it. Oh, I love it. But we're not going to last. There's no way. Maybe if I give Furbath a better artifact for healing, like a legendary one. What if I give him the legendary artifact that gives him 25% additional healing?
It's not over yet.
Think that'd keep us alive? We kind of need shielding though, don't we? Even though we're doing decreased attack when the dragon comes back in, we need some more healing here. His pulsing healing is doing okay. It's still staying, but look at Nord. Is Nord taking the brunt of the attack like he's the tank right now? Oh, that's why. I think Nord is kind of the tank. So the boss is focusing it with basic attacks. We just lost Girthin for some reason. And now our Furbath is loose. What is it, just AoE attack? Oh, it is. It's an AoE attack. Nothing we can do about that, huh? All enemies, all enemies. Sword this guy. The horn for more damage on Furbath? Yeah, well. Too bad this boss doesn't take 100% additional damage from Frost, because this would be the team. Locking him up there, this would be the team. And with 100% additional damage, I guess we'd be at 32 million. Because it's beautiful. I mean, I love the way we're doing decreased attack. I love the way we're taking out the whelps with 2 of our guys. We've got decreased defense on the whelps along with the boss. I mean, everything seems smooth. Super smooth, but do we ever get any shields? Could he put up shields with, like, the staff? No way, right? The shields would be so small. Well, we don't really have anything. Well, we've got the additional healing with Furbath. We do already have that. So we've got defense. What? HP? Is that right? Maybe it's got high defense percentage? Oh, it does. It has high defense percentage. Okay, makes sense. No, wait. That's this piece. That has stupid high defense percentage. I guess we don't really need to go there. But I think the artifact is what we need to change up. This one does 40% amount of healing, increase by 30%. Okay, when they're under 40%, we increase our healing by 30%. That could be pretty nice. This one increases his healing by 25% all the time. But we're not getting any defense, but we're not really getting a lot from this rare. It's just a rare. Someone to help with survivability and just keep our damage, since we don't need that third DPSer. Well, that's only because Nord's hitting 2. If we only have Bledin and Girthin, are we still going to be able to take out the ads in time? We'll see. Yeah, we could bring in another support. We definitely could. And keep them blocked in. We can. As long as they can take out the 3 whelps with the 2 of them, and then keep. That way, when the boss comes in, we have decreased attack on, and then we still have Witch's Remains time. That'd be cool. Yeah, she is, but she's doing an awesome job because she's doing it for the whelps and she's doing it for the boss. So I think Rav is really good. which means more dots are effective. You think so? Have you seen a good poison team against this boss yet? I'm willing to do that. We've got to do that eventually because it does take 100% additional damage from poison. But I've been joking around with it, you know, not really trying to use that team net, right? Trying to use other things besides poison first. 25% additional healing is not going to keep that Nord alive. Well, everybody was taking AoE damage. I mean, it might, but we were getting what, 15% additional healing here? Yeah, we're getting 15 healing plus this, so this isn't gonna make a difference. And I think staff would overheal and give such a small shield. Let me see what happens when we do staff. I mean, what if he gets that small heal, 50% additional strength, and then they get like a small shield on him? Is there a shield? Let me see. Nah, there's like a baby shield. It's a lot of manual fighting I have to do here, though.
Clear your mind. Tremble in the frigid. It's not over yet. Gale.
What if we just do Nord and Girth? Can we still keep... Yeah, we get skill... What happened to Furbath? Why'd he get out? Why'd Furbath get loose this time? He was always pinned before. Why did he bust loose now? He was pinned the whole entire fight we did. He's pinned right now.
Tremble in the frigid. It's not over yet. Gale.
I don't know how he got loose. No, he's fine healer here. I mean, he's healing everybody every time. Look at him. We're pinning him in. That's the whole point why it was working before. That's why I was so excited about it. He is pinning them in easily. It's beautiful. Oh, because Nord moved up. Yo, I was hitting Nord's button the whole time. What's going on?
It's not over yet. Just learn this. Clear your mind.
Okay, the other thing about Gatekeeper staff is that Furbath is going to do his... Man, I'm clicking the button like I've always clicked it, but it's not wanting to do their abilities. This is kind of making me mad. He's doing his battle skill more often because he has skill haste. Right? We gave him a lot more skill haste, so he's actually doing his battle skill more often, which will probably keep us alive. And if not, we just boost him up with some more skill haste, and I bet he'll be okay.
Tremble in the frigid. It's not over yet. Gale.
286,000, pretty nice. But currently where Furbath is locked in, he is healing everybody.
Clear your mind. Tremble in the dark. It's not over.
Okay, we have one more to take out that time. Okay. Problem is the frequency of the heal compared to, I guess, when this boss keeps doing it. This boss is doing AoE damage the whole entire time.
Clear your mind. Tremble in the frigid charge. It's not over yet.
And we're bringing the boss back in pretty quick. Oh, okay, the problem is Girth is being hit single target by the boss. Like, she's the tank right now. So I guess that's why she's dying first, because she's getting beat up. Look at her health right now.
Tremble in the frigid gale.
Come on, Furbath, get that battle skill going before he comes back in. Huh. He's good. He's a good healer here, but And he's got the decreased attack we need, but he's not... this increased skill haste did not help us out, honestly. We did better that other run. Like, much better that other run, which is weird because his battle skill should be lower. What am I looking at? I need to see gear.
I want to be
9 seconds. We have the candle, which will take us to 9 seconds without anything fancy. Right? The candle will give us accuracy, and it will take a battle skill down by 10%, won't it? Which is basically what this thing is doing. And we don't need our ultimate more often. It gives us defense here, but this would be the same difference as us using this. 10%. And that would take us from 10 seconds to 9 seconds. And we don't need all that skill haste. But it's not really helping us. $73? 60. What do we got here? Accuracy? Skill haste. Take it to 80. No, he's not even... Our boy here isn't even tanking. We should give him gear that does healing, right? When he does his ultimate. Well, he's taking 15% of all the damage that everybody else is taking, so I guess he is kind of... What a nub. She has 0 defense. Oh, we can make Rava the tanky one. And make her get hit. This isn't going to pin him in, though. No, we can't. We have to have Rava. No, we could have Bled in there to pin him in, right? No, then we need somebody behind Bledin. He's not pinned in now. No. Rava could easily be our tank and do what she needs to do. But these two ranged have to be there to pin him in. And he goes into that spot forward. And they've got such little defense. Okay, so if we took somebody out, who would we put in to give us some more support? Or could we just bring in another ranged... No, it actually needs to be melee. We need both melee to run up forward. It needs to be melee. Even if we bring in another support, we'd have to remove Bledin. A ranged support would need to be back there for Bledin. Which would be what? Ice poison. Varesh? What's Varesh going to do for us? A little bit more healing. I mean, we would get damage and healing. He's going to remove buffs. Does the boss get a buff? Not since we're taking out the whelps, he doesn't. It's not going to be enough to offset, do you think? These would be crazy, but they're legendary. What do we have? Do we have anything in rare and epic when it comes to something like these? Poison and... Not really. Oh, we've got decreased attack plus healing, which isn't a lot. Oh, we got Hexandra. What am I talking about?
I shall spare no effort.
The best healer in the game, man. Best healer in the game right there.
I want to become an amazing witch doctor.
In that precious instant, exiled between life and death, I saw so much more.
I don't think we're going to get a lot of... Are we going to get enough? I don't think we're getting enough damage, right? No way. Megan's got this gear on. HP percentage? Yeah. Give me HP percentage. Right there. And defense. Oh, wait. Let's go to the healing. Is that real? HP? 51 skill haste?
Is all that you believe.
Okay, looking pretty good. So these two will fill in like they've always done. He'll take out 2, maybe, and she'll take out the 3rd. He will take out 2. He doesn't even have like the best gear on. He does have this defense, right? He's got that defense that we could remove.
Clear your mind. Take the tremble in the frigid gale. The will of frost.
Okay, decreased attack still up. Decreased defense just got on him. That's cool. Hexandra, I haven't been using her ultimate. We didn't really need it right then. I gotta remember to do that heal though.
Just learn this. Clear your mind. Tremble in the
I need that decreased defense to be up. Oh, she got him. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Worry not.
Heal with Hexandra right after he comes in, I guess.
just learn this. To clear your mind. Take tremble.
Okay, those two have decreased defense, which is great. He comes in. Get a heal.
I am here.
Still, we've got our girl Girth tanking with single target attacks, it looks like. I mean, we're doing pretty good damage with 4 stacks, right? It was just 3 stacks.
Clear your mind. Take this. Tremble in the frigid gale.
Whoa, that's bad. Decreased attack was still up, I think. Barely.
I am here.
We got to get... Okay, now with less damage from Bledin, we got to get decreased defense up on those whelps.
Just learn this. Clear your mind.
Or I got to get more damage out of Rava. We could make Rava more DPS heavy. I'm not sure what Rava gear we had on. I don't think we were making her really do damage.
Worry not. I am here.
Oh, Furbat just got... Did Furbat try to sneak out? Stay trapped, buddy. Stay trapped. Don't try to do anything funny.
Your mind. Take tremble in the frigid gale.
Oh, our boy doesn't have a 100% chance to crit. That's why. Nord does not have a 100% chance to crit. We need to look at Nord's gear. I'm pretty sure he's lacking in something. So he's not doing enough damage sometimes.
Just learn this. Clear your mind. Take tremble in the frigid
Dude, what was that? He attacked the boss. What? Oh, or did I make him attack a different direction?
Worry not. I am here.
He swung at the air, man. He swung at the air. In front of him. It would be nice to have decreased attack up on this boss the whole entire time, though. Who could do that? Sonaro?
tremble in the frigid
What is going on with him moving around like that? I got to get this heal off before she dies.
Here.
Okay. Yeah, this guy's doing some damage on those skills.
Just learn this. Clear your mind.
I feel like I'm trying to have to micromanage too much right now.
Tremble in the frigid gale.
Do we need healing?
Worry
We
not.
need it now.
I am here.
He's going to kill Girth or Nord. They have such low defense. Yep, Nord's down.
Just learn this.
Damn, man. It would have been fun to get 22 million with this.
Your mind. Take this.
Worry not. I am here.
Okay, now Furbath is going to go out of sync. Okay, let's try Furbath with some poison damage dealers, I guess, since poison does do 100% additional damage. Girth is the main tank? Yeah, man, you got to do what you got to do. We're trying to pin in. We were pinning in Furbath for sure. But we were trying to have some fun with Ice Blast team, which, you know, it's not a bad team. It's doing all right. It's actually doing okay. We just need like a shielder or something. We need somebody to give us shields at times or decrease attack on the boss more often. But if we can get 100% additional damage on the boss and kind of keep this team together like it is right now, if we can use like Eli pinning the boss in here.
Go away. Don't block my aim.
But we need melee. See, the issue is Furbath is locked in here, so we need melee to run up with him. And we don't really have that in poison, do we? Like poison melee people? What is this corrosion boy? He's a melee, right? I've never even played with the rare. Well, we did for corrosion testing. We played with the rare. He could run up. But who are we going to replace Rava with? We don't have anybody to like pulse decrease defense. How are we going to get decrease? Well, if we go all range, we pin Furbath, right? If we go all range, we just pin him. I guess. Eli would hit the whelps, correct? When they come out, they're going to come out right here. Eli would hit all of them. She's going to hit all of them. Back again. But the problem is survive. I think the whole thing is surviving again. Like the whole thing was survivability. And then, of course, if we wanted to bring in Latalis, we'd have to manual like we've been doing. Who else can give us some good damage? What about poisons? You guys were always talking about poisons might do work on this boss.
Somebody is about to suffer. Let me see.
Do you think poisons will do work? To a square behind where Furbath is? Let's see where the whelps come out. I'm not sure where they're going to come out with us back here. But if the whelps come out here, if not, we can move Eli to here and see where the whelps come out. See where they kind of fold on. But here I would think they would come out 1, 2, 3, and then they're going to kind of come over. So this might work. You can't keep them on the boss? Okay, not keep them on the boss 100%. We're not trying to do corn and keep 100% uptime on the boss, but we are trying to see what kind of damage we can get. I'm less concerned with keeping it up 100% and more interested in what his damage numbers are going to be compared to something like Sigrid or Eli, you know? Like, is damage actually, is poison actually going to cause some damage? I mean, it never did before, so I don't know why it would now, right? It never did before. Actually, this guy did some really good damage on a lot of testing we did with poison prior with ignoring defense, but then we'd have to change Furbath back to a whole melee. We've got one melee. Do we have... Oh, we got this rat. Oh, that's right. We got Etches, which does less damage to us whenever she has a debuff up, and recharge speed penalty, which would give us more time on the boss. She's fun, and we never get a chance to use her. So if we went back to Furbath being pinned with, say, her coming in, and then where's our other boy? What was it? Was it this guy? This guy coming in.
And so concludes your fate.
We would keep him pinned. Who's going to do Witch's Remains? We'd actually have to take out Sig. When inflicted with debuffs on the enemies, reduce their damage dealt by 10%. Plus, she does good damage. She does AoE. Plus, we get a recharge speed penalty because we're manualing anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's more time on the boss to do more damage. Recharge speed penalty will be nice. He's going to do good damage because he's ignoring defense. Let's see what happens with this. Yeah, he does. He shoots left or right. So we could bring Eli in place of Sigrid. That's what I'm thinking to get Witch's Remains on. But it doesn't get us on the boss like Rava does, unfortunately. Although we could still bring Rava in, right? It's still part of our 5-team bonus. I think Rava was doing a crazy good job. She was kind of killing it for what she needed to do. Like, really good. Still 5-team bonus. She's already got the gear on. We could pump out some more. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, we get some more damage out of her for sure. But we're kind of taking away a DPSer, right? With Eli in here, we're going to get way more damage done. Well, will we? Eli's going to put Witch's Remains on the whelps, but not put Witch's Remains on the boss. So with her putting Witch's Remains on the boss for 10 seconds out of 18 or more, that might actually benefit our team more than Eli doing damage. Maybe.
My dagger craves
But let's save that for tomorrow. Let's save this team and save all that for tomorrow. Because it's Sunday here. I'm going to go outside with the fam. It's noon. It's Sunday. Let me go over here and save this to save. This is for Dragon. Whelp. What is this thing? It takes damage versus poison. So I'm just going to put poison. Is that right? And then we'll come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time, guys. Let me see if anybody's on doing Dragonheir right now. Twitch. If we get lost into doing this boss with a whole bunch of teams, and then we start all the other poisons that I do want to try out. I want to try out a whole bunch of other poison compositions. Ranged ones in the back if we want to. This composition with melee if we want to. If I start doing all this, we're going to be on for another hour and 30 minutes for sure. So let's just do it tomorrow. Rugsy? Oh, nice, nice. Okay, we got somebody. We got somebody who's rated us quite a few times. He was playing Watcher of Realms a lot. And now, right now, he is on. Is that right? Okay, that's right. All right, everybody, follow up. Go over there and give him some love. Thanks so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. I hope you have a rest of your week and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you all tomorrow. Same exact time tomorrow, probably around 9:30 a.m. my time here in Japan. And if you're not playing Dragonheir Silent Gods, download it with the link down below and come join us over on Discord. Definitely over on my Discord. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yo, Stewie, what's poppin', man? How you doing, bro?